you'll automatically think in English. It'll happen naturally. If you can't think in English, you can't become fluent in English. That may sound a little bit strange, but it's true. This video will push you to use your English brain. It includes exercises, techniques, and a rigorous path towards fluency. It is absolutely essential for anyone who is ready to take their English to the next level. Hello and welcome everyone. This is Labony and I'm here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. First of all, thank you so much for joining me today. In another lesson, if it's your first time here, then like and subscribe my channel because every day and every week, I post different kinds of English lessons which will help you to learn English easily with fun. And turn on the bell icon, and if you have any question, please write in the comment below. Today, I will talking about thinking in English while speaking, and at the last part of this video, I will tell you a super awesome game. If you play that game, you'll automatically start thinking in English and start speaking in English. So, watch the video till the end. English, like every other language, has its own sentence structure. The good news is that thinking in English can bring you a huge step closer to fluency. It is not very difficult, but it does take conscious effort and practice. On today's English fluency tips, I will share some mental exercises that will help you to start thinking in English from today. Common reasons why thinking of English is important. By thinking in English, first, you won't have to translate, which help you become more fluent in English. Thinking in English avoids pauses, hesitations, and increase your ability to speak fast and fluently. When you think in English without translating, this helps you internalize the language. It means all you need to speak without paying attention to the rules and the pronunciations. Native people speak fluently and correctly by default because they have internalized the language. By thinking without translating, you'll also speak English in a less pressurized and more confident way. You don't have to worry about whether you are pronouncing correctly or being understood by others. If you want to think in English, you need to make English a part of your daily life. That's all you need to do. If you use English a lot every day, you'll automatically think in English. It'll happen naturally. But how do I know this, right? I know this because I have been using English for a long time. And when I think in words, I automatically think in English instead of thinking in my native language. This is because I've made English an important part of my daily life. I listen to English TED Talk almost every day. I practice speaking English every day. I read different books in English all the time. I make videos in English. So, if you use English every day, you will be able to think in English as well. How to make English a part of your daily life? It's very simple. Choose to do everything in English whenever possible. Here are some examples. If you want to learn something, read English books and articles about that subject. Look up a picture and think all the words in English. Find questions and answers in English. Talk to pets in English. Stop using translator. Use sticky notes to memorize the vocabulary. Change the language of your devices like cell phones, laptop in English. If you have hobbies or interests, browse English sites related to those interests. Watch Hollywood movies in the original soundtrack. English without subtitles or with subtitles. Okay? Do you get my point? If something can be done in both English and your native language, always choose to do it in English. Some people like to do everything in their native language because it's more comfortable. But if you want to think in English, you have to develop the habit of using English whenever possible. Number 2, think in single words. Most experts note that it's best to start small. So a good first step is to think in individual words. Now, look around you. What do you see? Try to name each object in your surroundings in English. If you do this in different situations, many times you'll eventually start to think of objects by their English name. If you are sitting in your room, you should name everything in the place, such as a computer, a wardrobe, bed, pillow, window, chair, table, floor, and other things that you'll find in a room. This exercise is not only limited to your home, but every place you go to. You have to name everything in these places: the office, university, school, park, restaurant, or the place where you learn English. You should be aware of all the things surrounding you and know their meaning in English. Number 3. Think in sentences. The next step is to practice thinking in simple English sentences. For example, if you're sitting in a park, you can tell yourself, it's such a beautiful day, and people are playing sports with their friends. Once this becomes easy, you can try more difficult sentences. Don't worry too much about whether the sentences are correct. The important thing is that you are not translating from your first language. Okay? Number 4, describe your day. Another helpful exercise is to describe your daily activities. For example, you can think to yourself, I put on my clothes and I drive to work. You can also describe your plans in the morning. For example, when I leave the house, I'm going to get a coffee. Then I will take the train to the library and study there. Number 5, use an English to English dictionary. There are times when you will really need to know a word that is giving you trouble in your own language to fully understand a situation. Those times should decrease, however, as your English language grows. Most of the time, try to use a monolingual English to English dictionary. Choose an ESL or English Learners Dictionary, for example, the Cambridge Dictionary. I prefer Cambridge Dictionary because the definitions will be simpler and there will be more illustrations. There are many good ones available both in paper or in apps in your phone. If you search for ESL Dictionary or Learners Dictionary, you should be able to find something that works for you. Number 6, try to find native speaker or friends to talk with and help you think in English. The more you practice your English, the more proficient you will become, and the sooner you will be thinking in English. Try to socialize with friends or co-workers who do not speak your language. Find people who like the same sports that you do, or even who enjoy the same type of music or activities that you enjoy. That'll give you something to talk about. Of course, you can always talk about the weather with anyone, and you can use Free for Talk, you can use our English-speaking community. Okay, that's totally free. So you can talk to any person around the world in these 2 platforms. I will give you the link on the description. Make sure to see the description, okay? Most importantly, try to practice these exercises a little every day. The more you practice, the more fluent you will become. Now, it's time to reveal the Fency Game, right? The name of the game is I like, I don't like. Now, here you need to see an object and think if you like it or not. If you like it, you need to say that I like it, and then you have to say the reason why you like the object. For example, I like pizza. Why? Because I love the taste of the cheese. Okay? Let me know in the comment below which of the tips and tricks really helped you to think in English. Push yourself and get out of your comfort zone because this is the right time to take the step forward. I will be back with a new lesson soon. Until then, you take care, keep watching my videos and learn English easily with me. And don't forget to subscribe my channel, okay? See you in the victory!